You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network.
You know, I am getting to a point where I am feeling like I'm starting this race and I'm getting on my mark, and I'm in the studio and I'm pressing my buttons and preparing to unmute and checking my levels and everything. And I realized that even in the practice of the day-to-day things, we're implementing certain practices and habits, right? So you guys know that we're on this series of 25 motivational tips to Supercharge your 2024. And we're on session number 6. And I think this one is just like so many of them, and the ones that'll be ahead of this one, it just has a level of grit that makes you have to consider yourself and consider the things, your habits that you have currently. Look at the goals that you're looking to, put into position for the year, for the day, the month, the week, whatever time period you're setting for yourself to do certain things and getting certain things accomplished. So what makes this good for me, even as I'm talking to you about these tips, is that I'm seeing my preparation of executing the tips and sharing the tips, the notes that are falling in between my own habits. It's like I can see myself outside of myself preparing to talk to you about them. And so today's message is about committing. You need to commit, then go get it, right? This is the tip that we're going to talk about today. And what I mean about that is that once you make a commitment to something, it just kind of resonates and it clicks. It's something in your mind that clicks. And it's amazing how the next steps behind it just kind of follow. And you'll know and understand exactly what I'm talking about when you reflect on things that you've made commitments to, whether it's been to meet a friend, to do a job, to do a task, to a person. Maybe you committed to helping someone do something in regards to an event. Maybe you made a decision to commit to another person as far as a relationship. And it's a big deal. It's something that you have to really put thought into before you level up to that and you say you're going to commit to it. So just as important as all of those things that I mentioned is equally important to commit to what it is that you're going to do to supercharge your 2024. So only you know what those things are. I'm not challenging you based on your things that you're, selecting for yourself, but I am going to tell you that first step of true measurement is going to begin once you make that commitment. So guys, you know what time it is. It's Monday and it's time for Sonny's Money Motivation. Let's go. Welcome to Loudmouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of Loudmouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms.
Diamond Valley Lodge, the one-of-a-kind, unique, exotic dining experience for the whole family. Have dinner with real tigers at Diamond Valley Lodge's 100% safe, unique dinner party experience. Ever dine just feet away from a majestic Bengal tiger? Now you can. A magical evening under the stars with open-air seating in an exotic Zen garden, just feet away from some of the most majestic creatures on the planet, all crown jewels of nature. Dinners are served on Friday and Saturday, brunch on Sunday. Reservation only by calling 855-9-TIGERS or 951-390-2670 or visit diamondvalleylodge.com.
San Jacinto, Temecula Valley areas and throughout the Inland Empire. Are you looking to become a homeowner in 2024? Register today for the New Home in the New Year seminar hosted by Sold by Sonny. Let's get you from rental to homeowner in the new year. Get the latest insight of down payment assistance programs, whether you purchased a home before or purchasing for the first time. We want to make sure you're provided with the necessary information needed for you to buy your new home in 2024. Look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, so I'm going to go right into some of the things that I've positioned under this topic that I think can ignite the process to commit, then go get it. And I think that sometimes these catchphrases that we hear, the aha moments that we put these positive affirmations or reflective thoughts or little keynote messages that we put on our desk and in our cars or on our places that we want to have reminders and tips that we want to continue to kind of see in front of us. It's kind of that same process where if you made a decision that you're going to do something and you put it on maybe a Post-it and you put it on your mirror or you put it on your wall or you have it at your desk, you have it in your planner, those types of things are leveling up, and it's great when you can see it in the physical. And so this commit then go get it moment is about those actions. Like now we've made the mental decision to go forward, and now you're going to move, right? And moving could be in your mind, it can be in action, it can be in emotion. I think it's actually a combination of all of it, right? And I think the main thing that you want to do is start with one major part of whatever your goals are. You know, you may have something that requires you to make a purchase. So I think the biggest part of that major component is identifying the amount of what it's going to take for you to buy it. And that purchase could be something in a small range, maybe $1,000 or less. And I say small range. And you know what? Let me rephrase that, because that may not be small to some. You know, it may be something that is a task for you. So, but let's just say it's a $1,000 mark that you need to achieve in making this purchase. So you may need to save that money in order to get it. So the first step, you're probably going to think, okay, I'm going to figure out how much this is. I figured that out. I know that it's going to cost me this amount. So you may want to put a plan in place as to how you're going to go about saving to implement within the time period that you need it. So the saving part of it is the action, right? You've made the commitment that you're going to make this purchase. You made the assumption of how you feel like you're going to best attack it. So you want to, that's a major step. And then one of the things that I said too, if necessary, you might need to break it up in parts. So for savings, for instance, this may be, and this is very popular this time of year. People do different challenges or strategies of saving money. So I remember in 2020, the envelope craze really went big, where people were writing dollars and days amounts on envelopes, and every day or every week, or some strategy that may have fallen in that capacity. But the whole objective was to put cash money into the envelope and to allow those envelopes to accumulate. So at the end of that time, you'll be able to take those envelopes out and see that you have actually saved that money, right? So that's breaking it up in parts. Same thing in regards to maybe you made a decision that you're going to paint a room in your house. And so you may have a big room, and it requires you maybe to do it in sections, because you might be working, you may be in school, you may be taking care of kids. You just may have all these other things that are going on in conjunction with the purpose committed that you're working towards. So it could be that on Monday you'll decide to do one wall. That one wall could be huge. Maybe you're not a painter. So this whole challenge is something that's out of your comfort zone. So it's rational to think about things and break it up in parts, because sometimes that's the best way to go about it. Now, when I do, for me, I do things like that. And so I might have to map out a longer period of time. This may not be a very short term. It could be something that could take weeks or months to implement, or even years to come into focus. So you'll want to make sure that you're tracking your progress, whether you're using a journal, some type of vision board, some type of little notepad. Maybe you use, like me, a lot of times I'll have my journal, my book, and my phone tracking notes and making notes. Because sometimes I might not have everything in my hand. My phone typically is probably within my in conjunction of my body. So I'll go to my notes and type in different things that I have to put in reminder, or just things that have come to me and I think is something that is of value. Then I'll put it into my phone to make sure I can remember it. So tracking that progression is a great way to measure and keep you actually motivated to continue. And you'll see the steadiness of what you're doing and how much you're accomplishing. And you'll be amazed that when you can go back and look at it at different points of times, maybe while you're in the process of it, maybe you might hit a wall or two, you might hit a challenge, you may feel discouraged, you may get tired, just anything. And so when you have this progression, this journal vision board in position, it allows you to see how you're just, knocking out different levels and things that you've, maybe checked off on your list that you got accomplished. So it makes a huge difference. So don't forget, track your progress. The next thing that this is huge, guys. I had to just stop for a minute and just catch a breath and say, God, thank you, because I don't understand this so much. And there's times you need to acquire assistance, and you may need to have someone that is an accountability partner, or you may need someone to administratively help to support you. You may not be the most organized person, so maybe you need somebody to declutter you, or help you organize things, or help you to keep things in line. And it could be something that may have monetary value. It could just be from a loving level of support. It can be encouragement. It could be prayer. Sometimes I think that the world has fallen away from the idea of saying, hey, can you pray for me? And really say that in a way in which it is emphasizing the real quest of it. And or even in your meditations, in your quiet times, can you just, send up some positive energy for me? Right. And to know that you are also sharing that information with the right person, because sometimes, unfortunately, not everybody needs to be at liberty to understand or know what you're doing or how you're moving. So you have to be selectful in that process, and only you know who that could or could not be. I know that we live in a world in which a lot of times people are posting things publicly, and they're putting it on their personal pages. And so they're putting the world on alert. Just know that if you're doing that, understand the dynamics of what that may look like. And then if you're also working towards something like this with an accountability partner, don't be surprised when they come to check you. And they say, hey, you said you were doing this, you're falling off, you're not focused, you're not doing the things necessary to keep that volume going. The other thing that I've also come to value, and it makes me think about something. I'm going to take this old school. Back in the day, I've watched, these family shows where the dad and the mom had their kids, and maybe as the kids are growing, they would put their kid up against the wall and take a pen or a pencil and mark the height of the child as they're growing, and make a note of their age and maybe the year in which they're making that marker. So maybe every month or every year or every 6 months, they'll, make a mark which is visible for everybody to see. At least for them to make record of their progression and how things are moving. So I call this a milestone marker. Make it visible, put it in public view for you, even if it's not in public view for everyone else. Make sure you can see it and that you can reflect on it, and that it can be visible, and that it can be this reminder that you are achieving some of the levels of things that you're looking towards. I know, like I'm sitting here in the actual studio right now, and I'm looking up and I see one of my boards of inspiration. All things are possible if you believe, right? And it's a biblical scripture. And then I have one of my other things that have just tons of different words and phrases and things of that nature, of positive, affirmations and things of that nature that are reflective of, the mindset or the energy that I want to carry. And then I have on my opposite wall, I have, a rack that's, holding different things that I've had in conjunction with different projects. So you'll be surprised if you kind of surround yourself with some of these things. And these are just 4 bullet points that I say can, be very viable to you. They're very reasonable to put into action. And it's just really allowing yourself to fall all the way into it and take that initiative and make it just as important as anything else that you do in the course of your day, and make it become the part of what you know to do to further move your needle. You are the one that knows what you want to be and do. So it's up to us as an individual to maintain that focus. And if it means that sometimes you got to shut the world out or shut other things out that's going on within your own mind, then this is the process that's important for you to do. And I believe that you can do it. So today's show is straight to it. I wasn't going to drag it out. I just wanted to let you have all of the good of it. Take it in, think about it. And I want you to do something for me today. I want you to share this show and rate and review us on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, whatever shows that you're listening to of our broadcast on the platform. I want to get your reviews and your ratings, and I would love to hear that they're making some kind of positive impact for you. So as always, I'm always enjoying these opportunities to share this information with you, and I can't wait for you to hear some of the next upcoming topics, because they're I'm not going to say they're intense, man. They just continue to go on with the flow, and I think they'll be received as such to give us the message that we need to hear at the right time. So guys, you know how it is when I am preparing to wrap. I'm going to tell you to follow us on social media, follow us on over 100 plus podcast platforms. And I'm really, I'm digging this thing, man. It's so funny. I know that I'm talking into the mic and I'm projecting my thoughts into the universe, but I can feel some of you guys, taking in some of the words of my messages, and I feel that you're working towards implementing and making a change. And let's make this transformation real. 2024 is what we're going to make it. So I'm going to bid you farewell, and I want to give big thanks to those who have been sharing the content and has been giving positive reviews, has been saying that it's one of the best things to do if you're a business owner, to also participate in our entrepreneur serials that we are presenting on our radio network. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys again next week. Make sure you go to loudmouthradio.com and let us know what's up, y'all. Later. Hey, Loudmouth Radio listeners. I hope you're enjoying this interview as much as I enjoy having it. Samantha, the crew at the Diamond Valley Lodge, is doing something unreal and just something unimaginable. So you have to check it out for yourself. And here's how you can make this very, very special Valentine's weekend work for you and your loved one. Saturday, February 10th. Diamond Valley Lodge is hosting a wonderful celebration opportunity for you to have Valentine's dinner, a 3-course meal with champagne on arrival, rose for your beloved, and you also get to have this dinner experience with the cats, Sage and Zara. You also get the opportunity to have a real experience. There's actually 2 in this situation. To bottle feed and extreme feed the cats while you're having dinner. This special promotion is $350 for the couple, and this is a $470 value, so you do not want to miss this opportunity to do something spectacular. You want to wow your loved one, bring this to something so prestigiously memorable that they just will not be able to stop talking about it. Now, the way you want to go ahead and get your reservation in is only
by redeemability of making a phone call, 855-9-TIGERS. So I'm going to spell out that number, 855-984-4377. Give them a call. Let them know that you heard us on Loudmouth Radio Network and you want to put your Valentine's reservation in. Don't wait too late. Do it today. Diamond Valley Lodge Weddings and Events in Sage Road, 31220 Sage Road, Hemet, California, 92543.
Hi, this is Cindy Lemke from the Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here to invite you to learn more about the Chamber. We have networks ongoing, so you can join us at a breakfast at J&M Restaurant at 9 a.m. every Wednesday. Breakfast is on you, networking is on us. And then we have Women in Business, we have the Multicultural Network, and we have the Valley Nonprofit Network. And then we also have our monthly mixer. Any one of those things, you can be my guest. Give me a call at the office for more information or tell me you're coming, 951-658-3211, or you can check us out on the website, hsjvc.com. That's like Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, and don't forget to join the Chamber and help your business grow.
You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network.